What's up everybody, Krishna here and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be showcasing Shadow Ball plus Focus Blast Mewtwo in Master League. Now, yes, Psystrike is objectively Mewtwo's best charge move because of its psychic typing. It has stab as well and Mewtwo can get to it very quickly. But this is a move combination I've been wanting to try out for a very long time now. I'll probably eventually Elite Charge TM away Focus Blast into Psystrike so that I have a double Legacy Mewtwo, which would be an absolutely solid pick in Master League. But for now, we're going to be running it with this move combination in this team composition consisting of Dragonite and Metagross. Now, Dragonite and Metagross form a very solid core, and between the two, they can pretty much handle everything that's thrown at them in the meta, right? And of course, with Double Nuke Mewtwo, with Shadow Ball and Focus Blast at the back, you're going to be able to hit for at least neutral against everything that you're going to see in the meta. So anyways, with all this out of the way, if you're new to this channel and if you're interested in PvP related content, please hit that subscribe button and let's just get straight into these battles. Okay, moving on to the first battle here. I'm going to be running Dragonite on the lead with Metagross and Mewtwo in the back. Dragonite is 100% IV1. Metagross is best buddy. Mewtwo, however, is not 100% IV1. This is actually a Mewtwo which was double moved in preseason, so doesn't have the perfect IVs, but we can work with that. We have Dragonite into Mewtwo. This is actually a pretty positive lead for Dragonite. We actually win the 1 shield, but lose the 0 shield. So, first charge move coming through, I'm going to let it go through because I know it's only a Psystrike. If they can get to a charge move before I can get to a Dragon Claw, then I'm sure it's a Psystrike. So I'm just going to throw the Dragon Claw here. A lot of people don't know this matchup, which is why a lot of people tend to shield the first Dragon Claw here, which is definitely a mistake because now, because those Psycho Cuts are doing very minimal damage and Dragon Breaths are absolutely adding up, I'm going to shield this up, right? I'm just going to shield this up and then throw the Dragon Claw here because if they want to win switch advantage, they basically have to burn both shields. So I'm just going to throw the Dragon Claw here and this should finish off the Mewtwo if it goes unshielded. Let's see what they decide to do here. Actually, they made a switch into their Dragonite to catch the Dragon Claw. That's absolutely fine too. They've given up switch advantage and Dragon Claw does massive super effective damage against the Dragonite. And I can just come in with Metagross here. This is exactly why Metagross is in the team. I can just commit to the complete Bullet Punch farm down. Yes, those Dragon Breaths and Dragon Claws will definitely start to add up. But I'm going to be able to come out of this matchup with at least 2 Meteor Mashes, right? That's going to be extremely destructive against whatever is going to come out next. So just going to let it go through. Dragon Claw is going to get us pretty low. So just going to commit to the complete Bullet Punch farm down here. That Mewtwo still has a little bit of loaded energy. But they come in with Machamp. This is absolutely fine. We have back-to-back Meteor Mashes here. Meteor Mash is going to do heavy neutral damage to Machamp. We get the first shield there. But luckily we have another one stored up and ready to go. This should do massive damage to Machamp here. Machamp is again extremely glassy, as you can see, does about 70 to 80% of Machamp's health. I can just come in with Mewtwo and completely Psycho Cut down, but they make a switch into their own Mewtwo and I'm going to shield this up. Just in case it's a Shadow Ball, it would probably one-shot Mewtwo from this range. But it's only a Psystrike, which is absolutely fine because I'm going to be able to get to this Shadow Ball here. It's going to do super effective damage against Mewtwo and finish it off. Honestly, from this range, Shadow Ball is not needed, but that's the cheapest move that I have at this point. But Machamp has no chance against Mewtwo here, so Psycho Cut should be able to finish it off, and that's going to be a GG. Not a lot of play from Mewtwo towards endgame, but I guess when you have Pokemon with a lot more health, I guess there it can come in and super clutch. I mean, even Mewtwo, I guess, from any range, Shadow Ball would pretty much take it out. But the fact that they had a Machamp in the back was really positive as well, because Machamp can't really do too much against Mewtwo, right? So moving into the second battle here, we have Dragonite into Mewtwo. Again, I don't know if it's the algorithm or whatever, but you run Mewtwo and you just run into them right off the back. First couple of battles here. So again, like I said, if a charge move comes through before Dragon Claw comes in, it's definitely going to be a Psystrike, which is why I'm going to let it go through. Like I said, a lot of people don't really know this matchup, which is why they tend to shield their Mewtwo. If you're in a Mewtwo Dragonite matchup, the best thing to do would be to not shield, because if they didn't shield, they can get to the second Psystrike before I can get to a Dragon Claw, right? And they're going to force me to shield first if I have to win switch advantage. At this point, because they shielded, I'm going to shield as well because I can win switch advantage easily here. And just going to throw the Dragon Claw here. This should definitely finish off Mewtwo if it goes unshielded, unless they want to burn both shields in this matchup. Let's see what they decide to do here. They let it go through. So we win switch advantage, which is huge. And let's see what they have. They have a Snorlax. So okay, this is Snorlax actually tricky because Lick would do super effective damage against both Metagross and Mewtwo. So I'm gonna have to be worried about that. And also Mewtwo Shadow Ball is double resisted as well. The fact that I don't have Psystrike would mean that I have to build up all the way to a Focus Blast to do some sort of damage, which is why I'm going to come in with Metagross here. I'm going to come in with Metagross and then try and get to a Meteor Mash here. This should definitely pressure the shield from Snorlax because they have a lot of loaded energy, right? So they should get the shield as it does there. And they're going to throw a charge move right here. I'm going to shield this up. This could probably be a Body Slam bait, but it's too much of a risk to not shield it. Luckily, it's an Earthquake, so we shield correctly. And I'm really trying to get to another Meteor Mash before another charge move comes through, but they did overfarm quite a bit. And I'm really hoping this isn't Body Slam, right? This seemed a little... This is an Earthquake, beg your pardon, but it's an Earthquake. So I was actually expecting a Body Slam. It felt like it was too soon to be an Earthquake, but they had a lot of loaded energy. But luckily, I'm able to Psycho Cut down with Mewtwo, and then let's see what they have in the back. They have a Groudon in the back, so I'm thinking, okay, I might have to go for back-to-back Shadow Balls here. I don't know if I should have gone straight for the Focus Blast because I thought it might take 2 moves to get rid of Groudon. So now it's just a race to the charge move here. And we fall 1 Psycho Cut short of a Shadow Ball and they're going to be able to get off an Earthquake. Earthquake is going to do heavy neutral damage and finish off Mewtwo here. That was very close. I probably should have gone straight for the Focus Blast. I don't know. I probably should do the Sims on that because I don't know if 1 Focus Blast would one-shot a Groudon from full health. Probably not, right? Might have to get off another charge move, which is why I thought, 2 Shadow Balls would be the more practical way to go about it. But unfortunately, I think in hindsight, I probably could have gone straight for the Focus Blast there. Very close game, but well played to my opponent. So we have Dragonite into Groudon. This is the best lead. I absolutely love this lead. Here, there's nothing they can do. Everything is resisted or double resisted. Let's see what they decide to do here. As expected, they make a switch, and I'm going to make a switch into my Metagross. Metagross is a pretty positive matchup against Dialga, and also has such a poor matchup against Groudon, so it works both ways. And they're going to throw a charge move right here. I'm going to shield this up. This could probably be a Thunder or a Draco Meteor as well, but it ends up being an Iron Head bait, which is absolutely fine. I'm going to build up a little extra energy and then throw the Meteor Mash here, really hoping to get a shield because 99% people are going to be inclined to shield it, but they don't shield it this time. So this is not great. I'm really trying to get to this next Meteor Mash before another charge move comes through, but the charge move is going to come through. I know at this point this is just going to be an Iron Head, right? It was too soon to be a Thunder or a Draco Meteor. Iron Head is going to be resisted because of the Steel typing. And I'm going to go straight for the Meteor Mash here. Even though this is resisted, it should definitely take out the Dialga from this range. And yes, as it does there, so we win switch advantage, which is huge, so that I can now line up my Dragonite against their Groudon. And they are going to farm us for quite a bit of energy, but doesn't really matter at this point. So just going to come in with Dragonite and immediately throw the Dragon Claw here before they contemplate switching out. Let's see what they decide to do here. They shield that up, which is very interesting. That's good. We get a shield. That's beautiful. So I'm going to come in. Actually, they bring in their Mewtwo, so I'm going to throw the Dragon Claw. The reason I don't want to switch into Mewtwo right now is that we have a bit of an energy disadvantage, and if they have a Shadow Ball, that's not going to be good for us. So what I'm going to try and do is catch a Psystrike with my Mewtwo, but the charge move comes through. Definitely going to shield this up. Going to try and catch the next Psystrike with my Mewtwo. That's my plan here. So just going to stay in this matchup and try and build up a little extra energy and then catch the Psystrike with Mewtwo. That was good. This is going to be resisted because of the Psychic typing. If I'd switched a little sooner, then I might have had to eat a Shadow Ball, which is not ideal. And they are going to get off another charge move, obviously, because they can get to Psystrikes before you can get to Shadow Ball. And Psystrike, again, is going to do some heavy resisted damage, right? It's just such a hard-hitting move. Almost takes out the Mewtwo here. And I'm going to throw the Shadow Ball. This should definitely finish off the Mewtwo. But we have a Dragonite in the back to basically get rid of Groudon, right? But they shield that up, and they are farming up on quite a bit of energy, and that's very smart play. They farmed up on some energy on Mewtwo and then switched out, right? They realized that they needed that Mewtwo to get rid of Dragonite because there's not a lot Groudon can do against Dragonite, right? Fire Punch is resisted. They're going to basically have to get off another 3 Fire Punches to get rid of Dragonite because those Mud Shots are doing nothing to Dragonite, right? As you can see, another Fire Punch coming through. And I'm just going to really risk it here. I have to basically have 2 back-to-back Dragon Claws because I know that Mewtwo is close to a charge move. Another Fire Punch coming through. This is going to get Dragonite critically low here. But because those Mud Shots are double resisted, I'm going to be able to do an extra Dragon Breath and throw the Dragon Claw. This Dragon Claw should definitely finish off Groudon. And now it's just, let's see what happens. And Mewtwo goes down to 1 Dragon Breath. That's just how oppressive Dragon Breath is as a charge move. It's just so good. As a fast move, I should say. It's just such a heavy hitting fast move, right? And it's because Mewtwo had very little health. They probably had a Psystrike ready to go, but because they had very little health, the Dragon Breath damage registered, and that was the GG. That was very close. So we have Giratina Origin on the lead. This is perfect. This is exactly, you want to catch this thing on the lead because the back line in this team struggles against it, right? Because both Metagross and Mewtwo, because of the Psychic typing, take super effective damage from the Ghost moves. And they made a switch into Dialga. I'm going to go into Metagross here. And I'm just going to shield this up because I have to win switch advantage, right? I have to make sure my Dragonite is lined up against their Giratina Origin. Luckily, we shield the Draco Meteor. This is beautiful. Now I'm almost for sure going to win switch advantage because those Dragon Breaths are debuffed. And I'm going to try and pressure the shield with Meteor Mash. We get the shield. This is perfect. So at this point, I'm just going to go straight for the Earthquake here. This should definitely take out the Dialga or get their final shield. Let's see what they decide to do. Even if they shield this up, we still have a shield as well, so I can definitely win switch advantage. So I'm going to, charge move coming through, absolutely going to shield this. So if it's Iron Head, it would be resisted, but it's another Draco Meteor. This is even better. So they're heavily debuffed right now. And they make a switch into their Kyogre and I go into Dragonite. As soon as I did it, I realized that I made a mistake here because I needed to save my Dragonite for the Giratina Origin, right? But at the same time, Dragonite is needed for the Kyogre as well. And also because we don't have any more shields, I've left my Dragonite open to be hit by a Thunder or a Blizzard. So this is not ideal. This is a pretty tricky situation because Mewtwo in the back is really going to struggle against Giratina Origin, right? A charge move coming through. I'm really hoping this is just a Surf, but they've done about 7 Waterfalls right now. So they have Thunder here. If they had Blizzard, they probably wouldn't have gotten to it, but because they had Thunder, that does heavy neutral damage to Dragonite and finishes it off. And my only win condition here is basically I'm going to come in with Mewtwo and then completely Psycho Cut this thing down. And I have to catch the Shadow Ball with my Metagross here. That is my only win condition here. So just going to overfarm a little bit and then time it perfectly. So that was really necessary there. Managed to time the sack perfectly. Shadow Ball is going to finish off Metagross here. And because we have loaded energy, I'm just going to go straight for the Shadow Ball here. Shadow Ball is going to do super effective damage against Giratina because of the Ghost typing and pretty much take it out here. That's just how powerful Mewtwo is. Doesn't quite one-shot it, but a couple of Psycho Cuts should do it. Now it's just a race to the charge move, right? Race to the charge move. Can I get to a Shadow Ball in time? I'm going to be able to get to the Shadow Ball just in time here. And this should do some heavy neutral damage to Dialga and take it out. So yeah, I didn't think I would pull that off, especially when I realized that my Dragonite was locked in against Kyogre and basically was taken out. I didn't think that, the backline could handle Giratina Origin. But even though Giratina Origin is doing super effective, you can still hit for heavy neutral or super effective damage with both Mewtwo and Metagross, right? That's the key. And Shadow Ball is just, this is one specific matchup where Shadow Ball comes in very handy, especially for those Giratina Origin matchups. And also against Dialga to hit for neutral because Psystrike would be resisted and you don't have to go all the way up to a Focus Blast. So we have Dragonite into Metagross. This is not a positive lead for Dragonite. So I'm just going to switch into my own Metagross. We do have the slight energy disadvantage here. And they're going to be able to, I'm going to go straight for, they're going to get off a charge move right here. This is definitely going to be an Earthquake. Or probably could be a Meteor Mash bait. But yeah, it's a Meteor Mash bait. We fall for it, unfortunately. And I'm going to try and do the same as well. Build up to an Earthquake and then go for the Meteor Mash. This should definitely get the shield from the Metagross. Because Earthquake has that one-shot potential. And I know I can't beat them to the next Earthquake, which is why I'm going to go straight for the Meteor Mash. And I'm going to try and sort of maintain shield advantage, I think, in this matchup. Just try and do some chip damage and hopefully I can come in with either Dragonite or Mewtwo and then clean up. Meteor Mash again coming through. It's again going to be resisted. So they're going to basically have to get off another charge move here to get rid of Metagross. So let's see another charge move coming through. It's going to be a Meteor Mash. I'm just going to let it go through because there's no way I can win switch advantage from this point. No, actually I shield this up. Okay. That's very interesting play. And I'm going to go straight for my own Meteor Mash here. This should definitely pressure their final shield. Let's see what they decided to do. They actually let it go through. That's very interesting. We win switch advantage here. And they have a Dialga in the back. This is not great, right? They have a Dialga with a shield advantage. It's very, very tricky because both Dragonite and Mewtwo are going to get destroyed by those Dragon Breaths here. I'm going to bring in Mewtwo for some reason. and just gonna overfarm a little bit. Actually, I'm gonna try and sack the Dragonite here. Just gonna sack the Dragonite and catch the Iron Head with it, because if I had brought my Dragonite in, they probably could have committed to the complete Dragon Breath farm down, and they're gonna make a switch into Togekiss. So this is GG's at this point. I mean, yeah, I mean they had the perfect counters there, so there's not a lot you can do. Shadow Ball, yeah, they still have a full health Dialga in the back, so there's nothing that Mewtwo can do at this point because they have a shield advantage as well. Shadow Ball does heavy neutral damage to Togekiss. They're still not shielding. They're probably just trying to flex at this point. I'm just gonna throw the next Shadow Ball here. Let's see if they decide to shield this up. They probably could just commit to the complete Charm farm down if they shield this, but they let it go through. Looks like they want to finish with Dialga here. And yeah, Dragon Breath is absolutely going to destroy Mewtwo, and that's going to be a GG. So, pretty tricky matchup, especially when you lose the lead like that. Metagross, I mean, Dragonite doesn't have a great matchup against Metagross, and then they had they had the perfect answers there. So, pretty tricky situation to basically deal with. I mean, but 3-2 is fine, right? It was still a pretty positive set overall. 3-2 again. When you're trying out some experimental stuff, like I said, with Psystrike and Shadow Ball, with Psystrike, I definitely could have gone 4-1 in this set, because I could have gotten double Psystrikes on the Groudon, because I couldn't get off that charge move as quickly. It was 3-2 still fine, it's still playable, but hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Do let me know in the comments what you think about Shadow Ball and Focus Blast Mewtwo, and also do check out some of the other interesting videos I've made on this channel, and if you're interested, please hit that subscribe button as well, and I'll see you guys next time.